Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Try to change it up. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend, Mr. Jason Pritchard. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Zuber, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. So if you follow my channel, you know that I think real estate transactions are going to crash. I now believe that the housing market is going to be blamed for a pretty deep recession in Q3, Q4. And we're going to talk to real estate agents because I think real estate agents and mortgage brokers are really going to feel this, right? You do
Yes.
half the transactions, that's half the commission. And we have a lot of agents. So I want to do a video dedicated to real estate agents. Investors, this plays for you too, but let's talk about real estate agents. They really have to pivot, I believe the biggest thing they need to do is skill up and watch their time. And I know you have a lot of great stuff you're putting out for folks around the country. So let's talk about what you're doing and how people can reach out. And let's talk about real estate agents pivoting.
Yeah, let's set the table. I think before we talk about tactical stuff, I think here's something that is going to be even more important than the tactic behind how you thrive in this market, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, Zuber, but I personally don't know anybody that is thriving in any market without working their butts off. And I think there's a lot of people that have gotten lazy over the last couple of years, right? Because, the houses are essentially selling themselves the last 24 months, right? You can literally sign a listing agreement, snap a couple of photos, put it on the market. You're 50 grand over asking. And then I've seen a lot of people.
Stop. They sold without pictures.
I've seen a lot of people patting themselves on the back the last 24 months, right? For just the work that I feel like the market was doing. Okay. And so for me, none of the stuff that we're going to talk about, or if you reach out to me individually, is going to work unless you're willing to put in the work. Right. And that's a big thing that I'm talking about with my team. I think the people that are going to thrive right now are just going to have the work ethic and the work capacity to just outlast whatever transition we're going to have in this market. So you have to be willing to pack your lunch and show up to work every day and put in the hours, right? And it may require you working harder to just sustain where you're at. And that's a reality. You know what I mean? It's not going to be some hack or something that's going to happen right now. I think it's just going to come down to you willing to put in the work and then applying some of these new skills that you learn. Yeah. And letting your business thrive from there.
So I'll be a little more harsh. I think there's a lot of people who are bad at what they do. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, and this is agents and investors.
Correct.
And the last 2 years, that you've unfortunately been reinforced that, again, when you look at your paychecks and your effort, there's a disconnect. You were making a lot of money, so your bad behavior, your bad execution was rewarded. Mm-hmm. That time is over. Mm-hmm. And again, I've been through several cycles, and real estate doesn't move as fast as you want. Let me give you an example, right? A lot of people, and myself included, talking about a housing crash in transactions. I see it coming as clear as day. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen overnight. Real estate goes through air pockets. What do I think is an upcoming air pocket? July 20th. On July 20th, National Association of Realtors are going to report June numbers, and they are going to be bad.
Yep.
Bad. Like Vegas, down 26%. We've already got the numbers today, July 3rd. And that's bad across the country. That is going to cause the human condition to do two things. One, buyers are going to disappear. Oh my God, I'm afraid. I'm going to take 6 months off. I'm going to sign my lease for another year. Scared. Sellers are going to say, oh my God, honey, we're missing the boat. We've got a list. We got a list now. We can't wait. We can't wait till September. We're going to miss the boat. So we're going to go through July 20th to August 20th. Buyers are going to be gone. Listings are going to explode. Total mismatch. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to what happened? No contract. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And then sometime by October, you're going to get all of these mom and dad listings going, all right, my agent sucked or the market sucks. We're not going anywhere. So let's take it off. Not a real, right? Because they wanted to sell. They didn't need to sell. Very, very different. And oh, by the way, if you're an agent who has chock full of bullshit listings, you will have wasted time and wasted money and not gotten paid. Real estate agents, you have to realize what is coming down the tracks is going to run you over. If you take a lot of listings at wish pricing, you are going to go broke. There is want to sell, need to sell. In the next 3 or 4 months, it's going to be very, very messy because real estate is so much slower than people think. What do you think of that?
I think you are 100% right. And the way that I kind of visualize this is that in real estate, we can make money in like almost 3 different buckets, right? So there's fast money at the beginning. So for me, that's wholesaling, right? On the investing side, agent business, right? Where you got commissions, the things that's more transactional in nature. Okay. Then we've got medium money, which is like wholetailing, flipping, the things that you can buy and take a little bit of time. And then long-term stuff like rentals and buy and hold. And if you don't know how to execute all 3 of these things, right? I think what's going to get shored up the fastest is going to be the transactional side, right? Wholesaling, flipping, high volume shops that do low margins and just do a ton of transactions. I think a lot of those people are going to be in trouble right now. And you need to learn how to transition and do some in the medium and some in the long term too. And I think, to talk to your point that you made at the beginning, if you're not right now learning these skills and figuring out how to apply them, I think the thing that I do like about real estate is that the people that are smart, you can pivot and get out in front of this stuff because we can see everything playing out already.
Oh, yeah.
We already know kind of how this movie is going to end for the most part, right? So the people like you and me were already adjusting, and we've been kind of adjusting. We've been doing this stuff. The people that I think are really going to get blown out of the water are the ones that just dig in and say, you know, this is how it's always been done. Real estate's always been this way. Everything is going to be fine. And I'm, you know, my
you don't
ego's too big
understand,
for me to go
Jason.
out and ask
I
for
did
help.
12 transactions this way the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It has to work the next 12 transactions. Come on, Jason. What the hell?
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I think is a cool thing that we're doing with Real Brokerage and my team here is I think that we're offering agents the ability that maybe have never had access to the training or the resources or the systems on how do you do some of this stuff, right? My team is offering that specific training now. So I think if you're struggling with how do we do this, like it can be intimidating, right? Because I think we're so conditioned and you have this belief system to say, this is what's been working so long, to take a step back and humble yourself and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I do need to learn some new tricks, right? I think that's the cool thing about what we're offering is that you can tap into proven systems, proven models, and have access to ongoing training, myself as a resource to really help you steer and navigate this stuff and work a business model that's been proven to work over the last 8 years. Yeah.
The beauty of again, when you pay attention and you're not arrogant enough to think you're always right? Like my way always works. I'm the best at X. I'm going to do X forever. You're going to get run over. The market will chew you up and spit you out. So I'm going to share with you something I'm doing. I'm talking about on my channel a lot because I want your feedback and tell me if it's shit, if you don't like it. So when I look at what's coming, I see transactions falling. I see ultimately the best of the best properties, certainly below the medians, are going to increasingly go FHA, VA. That's going to leave a lot of properties kind of the unupdated, the with a little bit of hair on them, less competition. So in the past, the last 2 years, that junk, what I'm going to call light junk, would sell at retail because it was just nothing available. So, and the other thing that I see happening is buyers really starting to disappear, right? Higher rates causes people to pull back. I really do think this July 20th date is going to cause even more buyers to pull back. It's going to create this huge air pocket. So what I am trying to do, because I think residential, specifically duplexes through fourplexes, are going to be, there's going to be a gap. And I believe that the 2 through 4s are going to provide for me for an opportunity to seek seller financing. Now, in order to do that, I believe I have to execute in kind of like drip campaigns because it's not a one call close. So something, gentlemen, that you and I know, Adam out at the Hub, he helps me with marketing, and he's helped me create this postcard, which we are now sending out to owners of duplexes through quads. I'm obviously pressing on housing crash.
Sure, of course.
I'm saying we're still buying. Don't know if you can read that still. We're still buying, his number. And then I'm positioning seller financing, right? Says, hey, we're still buying, lock in your profits, maintain income, lower your taxes, and less headaches and stress. So basically, we're trying to get the phone to ring in high equity sellers. I'm trying to pitch the 50-40-10, right? 50% first at a non-QM lender, 40% seller. And I could come in for only 10% down, which is going to be amazing. If I can get into more and more deals with 10% down versus 30, that means I could do 3x more deals. I'm starting to market now, thousands of dollars a month. I plan for this for the next 6-8 months, and hopefully we'll close deals late this year, early next year. So I'm already planting the seeds. What do you think of all that?
I think your marketing message is spot on. And we keep a very tight pulse on just how sellers are responding to this market, because that's our business. 99% of the deals that we do are off market deals. So we're talking to sellers literally every single day, myself and my team. And we are having the same exact conversation that your tagline on the top of that postcard said, like, listen, guys, like, you have missed the boat on this market. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that train left the station and it's not coming back. Right. And we're still kind of in this space where a lot of sellers are holding out hope. So the shoe has not completely dropped off the other foot yet.
It's the
and
air
I
pocket.
think
That's the air pocket.
Exactly. Your timing is right. I feel like everybody expects summer to be this crazy busy time in real estate where there's all these transactions, right? We're going to see a drop down of transactions, and we're going to transition into kind of what's traditionally the slower time. And then that fear, I feel like, is really going to set in. Yes. And I feel like people are going to say, like, okay, damn, like we had it listed. We were asking for this high price. We had it going for 30, 60, 90 days. It just didn't come. Now we're in October, November, when things really slow down. It's been a ghost town at our listing. There's no showings, no activity at all. Now it's time to start really taking a closer look at this. And maybe we just need to take a haircut on this deal. So I think the people that can get those sellers into the top of their lead funnel now, start having these conversations with them now. And they don't forget to follow up. They don't forget to continue to touch them. They don't forget to stop sending their mail. All of these things that we need to do in sales in order to successfully convert leads. I think those are the ones that are going to be successful, because all the people that we talk to now that are holding out for a high price come the fall, they're the ones that I think are going to be really seriously considering taking a haircut on their price. And you've got to be there when that timing is right.
Yeah. And again, the beauty of what we have with seller financing is I could theoretically put together a deal where they get their price, but I get my terms.
Exactly.
And, we both win, which is what I always try to construct win-win deals that everybody is happy with. And you can do that with seller financing. So again, what we're doing here is we're going to probably do this every 3 weeks to the same list. I know this month and probably next month mailings, 0 hit rates. Cause again, it's the air pocket, but I want them to know this line, we're still buying. I want them to see that over month in, month out, month in, month out. And then eventually they're going to go, okay, we tried to list it with Joe Smo agent. Didn't work. Got no offers. Let's call this guy says still buying. Let's see what he talks about.
That's right. And you have to be consistent with that marketing for the people, especially that are new and they don't understand how like human psychology works and how marketing works. Like especially with mail, you have to touch these sellers 6, 7, 8, 9 times consistently before that message really sinks in, right? And so the worst thing that you can do if you're brand new is use this message that Zuber's using, apply it, send it out once or twice, talk to a few people, and then never call again, then stop pulling, then switch to another list, and then try something else. You can't jump around. So if you're going to do this, make sure you stick with it for, like you said, minimum of 6 months. Because the people that you talk to now are not going to convert until the fall.
Exactly. I am playing a game or a series of dominoes. I'm looking around the corner. I don't want to start this marketing in December or January because it'll be fundamentally. I want them to see this. Even if they throw it away every other time, eventually they're going to go, oh, that's that same guy, right? The hub. That's that same guy. Let's call him. So, and the beauty of what I see you doing at Real is you're taking everything you've done in the business to become the #1 investor in my market. And I mean that with every word. You're now putting templates and tools, and you're helping agents across the country. And I just think that's correct. So amazing. If I'm an agent in another state, go ahead.
And what I love about it is the value exchange happens and our goals are aligned. The only way that I would be successful with this is if the people that transition over are successful, right? So there's no paywall in front of this. The paywall is you move over with me and you hang your license over at Real and you just get access to all of our systems, plus all the trainings, plus access to me to kind of walk you through all of these things that are happening. And in order for this to work, you've got to become successful, right? It's not like you just move over and then you never talk to me. So I like that there's a lot of alignment with this.
I like that.
So, I think if you're an agent and you're worried, or you're feeling kind of that twinge of like, ooh, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I need to start looking at developing some new skill sets. I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah, one of the things I've got to say about being a real estate agent, it's again, the last couple of years have been a fake economy on all kinds of levels.
Yep.
If you want to stay in this game, it's a wonderful game. It's fun. It's changed both our lives immensely, real estate and real estate investing. It will change undoubtedly other lives, but you've got to get in, you've got to get a team, you've got to get through the next 2 years.
Yep.
You got it. And the best way to get through that is to be a part of a team that's going to invest in you, help you, really show you different pots of money, quick money, medium, long-term, and getting a part of somebody who has the track record and is a giver, gives without question. I don't think you can find a better option. So Jason, how do you want people to reach out?
Just reach out directly to me on social media. That's probably the best way to just see what I'm doing first and foremost. I want you to make sure that what we have to offer is the right fit, so you can follow along with what I'm doing every single day on either Instagram or Facebook. My handle's Jason Pritchard on both platforms. Just reach out, connect with me, follow me. And then if you've got any specific questions, I am literally an open book. I'm the one that responds to all my messages. So ask me away. I love to help people. I love to provide value to other people. Somebody helped me along the way, and I believe it's our responsibility to consistently pay that forward, man. So if you've got questions about this stuff, don't hesitate to reach out and ask.
Awesome. Thanks for your time this weekend. I appreciate you.